welcome to another episode of Projects with Chaz. How the freak am I gonna do that? Today, I got a problem with the shower. The thing just spins around like this. It's all crazy, the water's coming out. So here's the tricky part. When I go to take the screw out of the shower head, or the shower handle, I got water. Look at this. I want to unscrew, and water's coming out of there. So I can't unscrew this screw. So I think it's stuck into the valve and the valve's rotating around. I think I'm going to have to take a reciprocating saw, cut a notch in this, and I'm going to bust it loose and snap it off. That should be exciting. I'm going to turn off the water and get at it, so stay tuned. Okay, I've come down to the basement, and before I chop the handle off my shower, I'm going to turn the water off. That's this thingamabob handle. We're on a well, so that's like our water bladder. Water comes in from outside, shutting off water, being able to get into our water softener system and up. Okay, kids, because this handle just spins around, and when I try to undo this screw, it turns the water on and off, so I think it's frozen into the valve. The only way to get this handle off, to get the valve out, is to try to... I'm going to take a reciprocating saw and try to cut a notch into it, and then I'm going to take a screwdriver and just try to bust it off. Alright, I got a little notch in there. Let's see if I can take a screwdriver and just get this the hell off of here. Boom! One half. This valve is DOA. I'm just going to pull it out and go to the hardware and get a new one. Here's some parts, set them aside. I'm going to take this plate off. So you want to be careful not to burst your pipe in here. There's a pipe inside that wall, and this is the valve. And when you turn the valve, it lets water into the shower head, and when you turn it off, it turns it off. So this valve must be screwed up. Who the hell knows, but I got it ripped apart, so I'm going to pull out this pin, and I've got a little puller that helps pull this valve out. So let's give that a try. Here's the little pin inside here. Pull that up. So here's the pin. Now if all is well, this should come out, but it's in there super tight. So I've got a valve puller. You're supposed to, there's two little nubs in here, and those are supposed to go on each side here. Okay, I have the water off both at the water bladder because we're on a well, and I turn it off above the water softener. So I've got this valve puller on, I've got it tight, and I got it actually to start wiggling. So let's hope this water stops. Looks like it did. Boom. Because you don't want water to go back in and down inside your wall. You'll have black mold city. So let's figure out what the hell's wrong with this thing. I'm going to go buy a new one of these and a new handle, and then when I return we'll put it back together and see if we can get this thing to work. Off to the hardware I go. I had to replace the handle that I smashed apart. So I got a new handle. And this valve, it's kind of corroded and crazy. So I bought a new one. And then the clip that holds in the valve, I just bought, I don't know, I bought a new one. So all this stuff was 77 bucks for these three things. Okay, first things first, I've got this valve, and you're supposed to put some grease on it, lube it up before you shove it in. All right, a little awkward, but I'm gonna caress it in. And now I'm going to I need some paper towel, but I'll rough it. I'm gonna clean this out a bit, make sure there's nothing crazy in here. All right, putting her in. Sliding her in. And it's not lined up. Came with this little tool. You can turn it there. Urgh. All right, I got it pressed all the way in. HC at the top. Now I'm going to open up my clips. Came with two, I only need one. Basically the clips to keep your valve from spinning in a circle. Okay kids, I got this clip in. Now that's the original clip that was in here. I went and bought a 2-pack of clips. One of the clips I dropped back into the wall, so that's gone forever. And this one got all jacked up. So that's $7 down the toilet. I might as well put it in my crack pipe and smoked it. So I got the original one in there. You've got to make sure it's pressed down far enough because there's a sleeve that goes over this. This sleeve has to come right over the top. So stick that on. That's all the way pushed in. That goes in. That goes in. You got to take the cover, stick it over, get the screw started. Where the hell's the screw hole? I'm assuming the washer goes right there. Okay kids, I turned the water back on downstairs. I've got the flat part up, flat part down. There's two parts here. Stick this in. Stick this in. Now the water is in the off position, so off is down. Stick that in. I guess before you turn the screw in, make sure it works. Yep. So let's put this screw in, and then we're gonna give it a real test. All right. Screws in. That should be cold. All the way to the left is hot. It's warming up, and I think we'll be hot water here in a second, so yeah, it works. No water shooting out anywhere. Final step is putting this little cap back on. Boom. We have water. So I just saved myself a pile of cash by doing it myself. Like all good projects, I'm going to end this one with a well-deserved brouhaha because this was a complete pain in the ass pipe. But my wallet feels great about it. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time.